Okay, good morning, Rotarians. Welcome to our Friday meeting. I appreciate everybody signing on this morning. First up, we have, I need to be able to see you all. 1 second here. Sorry about that. Little interesting setup on the dual screen here this morning. There we go. There we all are. Okay. Back to the show. First up, tomorrow morning, we have our club's official date for our blood drive. You know, as we said at signups, pick a date that works for you, but if you can come tomorrow, please sign up or show up. Craig, are you on the call? I believe you had something you wanted to say about donating blood, and I know Tom did too. So whichever you is available right up front, why don't you go ahead, Tom?
Yeah, well, if you haven't donated blood, it's a great time to do it. I'm going to leave the meeting early this morning just to head out there. I think Craig also, I do platelets, the apheresis, and that's where instead of doing red blood, they're taking your platelets. They can take a number of things, and I usually do 3 pints instead of 1, and you can go quite often, and they could use it.
Fantastic. So what's that like? You know, I'm personally rather averse to needles, but I do go donate. Every gallon starts with a pint, right?
Right.
But what, you know, I haven't made that leap to the other materials in blood. What's that like?
It's fine. You're there a little bit longer. People donate at different speeds. I don't know what it is. I have an unusually high white blood count, and they like that. And so I can be in a chair for maybe just an hour, 15 minutes, whereas someone like my daughter will go and she'll do 1 pint in about the same amount of time. But they take your blood and they separate out what they need, and they put your red blood back into your body. It's kind of a crazy thing to think about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing about that. You know, maybe I'll give that a try and get past my own fears. I appreciate you sharing. I wanted to do that real quick before introductions because I knew Tom had to leave the meeting to go do that. So thank you, Tom. Let's hop back to introductions real quick. I do see that District Governor Dustin Littlefield has signed on to the meeting. Welcome, Dustin, as our very own club's dignitary to the district. Do we have any visiting Rotarians this morning that I haven't seen on screen? Okay, how about interact? I think I saw Sari sign on.
Yeah, hi. I think I'm the only interactor here today.
Well, Sari, thank you for being here, and we'll get to gratitude, but I got to say, your team was amazing at Oktoberfest, helping us out. We definitely were floundering, and some of your crew actually stepped right into, here's how you do it. So thanks for setting that up. We really appreciate it. And any guests of Rotarians today?
President Ian, I have Tracy with State Farm Insurance joining us this morning, and I'm seeing if I have another guest. Nope, it's just Tracy. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for being here, Tracy.
I have my guests right now are Dylan, Elizabeth, and Holly. And I think we might have another one, Nick, coming in, and there are guest presenters who will be talking about poetry today.
Fantastic. From Word Humble.
Charlie, Will and Susanna also just joined too.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We really appreciate it.
President
okay,
Ian, President Ian, I think it should be noted that Lisa Hemphill's assistant is online here. There he is, Mr. Chris.
Duly noted. Thanks for helping, Chris.
Yeah, I needed to clarify what my role is at the company at the club. So
I see you've changed in your name. Well done. It's good to know yourself, right? Okay, we have quite a few things going on, as we touched on a moment ago. We have the blood drive tomorrow. Do hope that everybody will donate either tomorrow or when they can. Always needed in our community. Tomorrow also, we have district fellowship available through our virtual district conference led by immediate past district governor Doug. And I do hope that some of you will be able to sign on. I know we have a lot of commitments in life, but this is one of those unusual ones that we can sign on for free and not have to deal with the hotel and the drive and whatever else comes with that. So look for fellowship there outside the club. Backpacks through December. We'll get to the sign up genius request here real quick, but and there's a little word from John coming up real quick, but do make sure you're watching out for that. October 31st, we have Ciencias para Todos, or Science for All, doing a community event for kids in our community. And let's see, Nick, would you like to say a little something about that? I know that the Youth Activities Committee chose to donate some funds toward that effort.
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing raffle and all that. Yeah, so we decided to transfer $250 from the Youth Activities over to them. We felt that since the Youth Activities isn't able to do much this year, we will just kind of move that. And then also the Interact Club will be helping them out as well.
Fantastic. And thanks again, Maggie, for, that connection came of our summer sale and somebody that dropped by there and then came to our club and presented. And it's nice to see those community connections coming back around.
Yeah, I think we're going to also put out a sign up genius. They do need some volunteers that day. And so AJ's putting together a sign up genius that should be out shortly. They'd love to have us all dressed in costume, especially if you're going to work at the haunted house. They want scary costumes. So if anyone's in the mood for that, that sign up should be coming soon.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then coming up in November, early November, so that's not far off, we also have a district fellowship opportunity through the foundation celebration where we get to hear about all the inspiring things that our and other clubs have been doing for the past year. So it's always an enjoyable time to see that. And that will be virtual as well, easy to attend. And then December 4th, we have Lisa will tell, and Jeff will tell us about the kickoff here in just a moment. We have our official taste of the holidays at home on December 4th. So speaking of kickoffs and signups, John, would you and Stephanie take just a moment and tell us about what's going on in the back of your car there?
Hey there. Oh,
Hey,
we just had a great time packing bags, and at the very end I always go, oh crap, we didn't take a picture. So that's the picture you got, the car all packed and ready to go.
Yep, it took us half an hour, 40 minutes, I think, for the two of
Yeah,
us.
John and I are down to record time doing all the packing, so.
Well,
Thank you
by
so
the
much,
smiles there, it
Stephanie.
sure looks like you're having fun doing it. So
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
for doing it. And how did you get connected with that? Was there a sign up genius or something like that?
You know, there
In
was.
fact, there
it was
was.
pretty
There was.
easy. I try to every quarter take 1 week and lead it up. It's special. I like taking an hour out of my week and dropping those off to the schools and remembering how fortunate I am. So it feels good to help.
Well, that sounds like a pretty easy way to get connected with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What we're getting at here, folks, is as with Oktoberfest, as with Backpacks for Kids, and ensuring that those food and nutrition bags get to the kids that need them. Our club uses Sign Up Genius, and we really appreciate everybody checking that regularly. Watch your emails for the invites and go right to it. It takes less than a minute to pick your time and date and get signed up. And it sure does relieve some preparation anxiety from those that organize these things. So thanks for getting on that. And with that, there is another Sign Up Genius coming soon. Jeff and Lisa, would you like to lead us through our kickoff, our official kickoff for Taste of the Holidays? It's not like you haven't been doing anything for the last month on it. So I know it's been very active. Tell us what's coming.
Is Jeff there?
Yeah, I'm here. So yeah, actually, Lisa's been doing, as always, a lot of heavy lifting and contacting all of the vendors. We do have some vendors, however, that aren't able to participate this year. They've been affected quite a bit from COVID. And so if any of the club members know of anybody, a vendor that's willing to participate, please let us know. We're going to have the bags at $70 per bag. We're also going to do passive sponsorships for Taste of the Holidays this year. And so with that, it's $250, you get one bag. And for $500, you get two bags. And the reason for this is with some of the vendors, we need to pay them, at least meet them halfway for some of theirs. So that will help offset the cost for the taste. You know, I think somewhere in the future, we're going to have opportunities to volunteer. I know before that this was an all-inclusive, you know, we would set up the community center. It was beautiful. We had tons of people coming there for a great event. But again, when AJ or somebody sends out the Sign Up Genius, please be willing to participate for this event.
Thank you, Jeff. Who should our members contact directly if they have a sponsor in mind?
Oh, Lisa or I or anybody that's on the committee really could get us information. So,
okay, thank you much. And same for sponsors and food vendors.
Sponsors and food vendors, yes, please.
I'll just add too. I'm working with Ed to get it up on the website. We'll also have sponsorship opportunity when you go through the purchase experience.
Excellent. Thank you. That sounds great. Well, we're really excited for that. You know, it's traditionally one of our community's favorite events of the season, and I'm just so glad that we're able to continue it in spite of what's going on this season. So thank you for organizing that. Thank you to the whole committee for all the work that you've been doing. I've seen your email threads. Man, you're busy. Holy moly. So well done. I know it's going to come off as a well-planned and smoothly executed event. Craig, I saw you hop on there. Do you have just a moment? I'd like to hop back to the drive because I did that right up front because Tom has to go real soon. And I know you had something to say about how you donate and why.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit, I couldn't find the connection there. Anyway, I donate once a month, and there's 3 different blood products I take. One's whole blood, one's platelets, and one's plasma. And Janice had an episode years ago where her autoimmune system got out of whack, and her spleen was killing off all of her platelets. So off to the hospital we went. And if not for somebody that we don't know making a donation of platelets, you know, they could not have got her back on the even keel she needed to be. Without platelets, your blood won't clot. And they told her, you're not leaving this hospital because you're at extreme risk of, you know, your health if you do it. So I started donating platelets, and that's a pretty big commitment because when you hook up, you're on for essentially an hour and a half. But if I do a whole unit of blood, it's basically 7 minutes. So it's not even a huge commitment, and it is a life-saving product that we all have, that we all can donate when we're so inclined and when we, you know, have the time or the ability. So I encourage anybody who, you know, can carve off a little bit of time, either hitting one of these traveling blood stations that are around, or sign up for ours, especially so we all get credit for it. It is a life-saving donation that you would be making.
Thank you, Craig. It is inspiring. As I said earlier, some of us maybe have never gone because we're nervous about it, or maybe have gone but haven't got into the other blood products. And it's nice to hear from folks that do it. And, you know, obviously you're fine. So thank you for showing us that it's totally doable. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's take a moment to reflect. You know, Oktoberfest was well planned. We did a great job on the day of and the day before doing the food prep and then the food packaging and delivery. It seemed to go really smoothly, but you know, that is thanks in large part to the committee who it was led by. In particular, huge shout out to Claire and her husband Hyder. You know, Hyder isn't even one of our own club members. He's a Rotarian in Southwest Eureka, and of course sharing a household with Claire. It's, as Chris knows, Lisa's assistant. You can't not be part of it, but you know, he did step in and with Claire's help really helped get this together because he understood what it took. And so everybody on the committee who backed that up and got behind it and organized it and brought it to the point where the rest of us could hop in and do something and get it done. Wow, thank you so much for all that work you did. And then secondly, you know, if you look at that list of sponsors, you know, so many are right from within our own club. And, you know, that just warms my heart to no end to see that it's not only, you know, the businesses of our community, but the people of those businesses who are part of us that really helped to fund this. Sophie, I know that you had a little bit to say about how the funding went. You know, did we make it? How'd we do?
Yeah, so we ended up netting 5,800. That's not final, but it might be.
And I did a little calculation on the numbers you sent. I think we spent somewhere under 2,000 in order to make that money. So, and you know, I pause and wonder, how do we do that? And I forget, oh, we had volunteer labor. So the value added to the things that we do in person makes a huge difference towards our funding. And we did, through that effort, exceed what we had budgeted for this event in terms of income. And so, so far, assuming Taste is going to be a similar success, we are good to say to our committees, move forward, do the things you want to do with the budgets you were provided. And we're all thankful to all the work that goes into that, and our sponsors and our volunteers. Back to you, Sari. You know, we literally couldn't have done it as well without the help of Interact. So thanks for your team being there. Please take that back to your friends and colleagues in Interact. Next, we've got a committee update from, I believe Sarah wanted to say something about what's going on in vocational development, which also at this time includes transitional youth.
Hi, she's feeling a little under the weather today, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk.
Thank you, Charlie.
The TAY and Vocational Committee. So those who aren't familiar, TAY is the Transitional Age Youth Committee, and then Vocational is either bringing programs to youth in our community or celebrating someone in our community that does good work. And so anyway, sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled this morning. So we have a few things going on. We're gonna host a movie, a holiday movie, which is new because we've had our foster and adopted youth dinner canceled last year. And so in lieu of that, we are going to host a movie at the Eureka Theater. And so with Rotary's sponsorship, we're going to be able to have a holiday movie and invite the youth and their families to enjoy a holiday movie. Hopefully we'll have Santa there. We've talked about maybe having the stocking giveaway there. We're also doing stockings again. We're still trying to figure out everything that we need as far as donations for the stockings for the foster youth that we did last year, and where we're going to do gift certificates from. We had a lot of difficulty doing local businesses, and we're trying to find a balance between supporting our local businesses and also kids having access to the resources that we're giving them. What else? We are still we're sponsoring 2 internships this year, and Sequoia Personnel is going to help us onboard everybody. We have one kid who is interested in becoming an interpreter, and so we're trying to link that young person up with a job or internship. And then what else do we have? There's so many things. Stockings, Christmas movie, internships, and then working with HC Tacey, we were talking about doing February Adulting 101 classes in February. So each, I think we said Wednesday in February, we want to have like a Rotarian offer something. So we might do like a cooking class and then mixed with someone presenting their professional background and how they got into it. So maybe jobs that kids wouldn't think about, or maybe we would do like an art project and then someone can come in and talk about how to like budget or, you know, things like that. So we're mixing like activities and, you know, healthy behavior, like healthy activities and then adulting skills. So we'll be sending out, well, I'll be bugging AJ to send out a sign up genius for everybody who are interested as those come up closer. So yeah.
There's that sign up genius again. Thank you, Charlie, for everything that you and the committee are doing on that. Just out of curiosity, I may have missed it, but did we pair up the individual who was seeking guidance and mentorship in translation and interpretation services?
I would have to talk to Sarah about the update on that one.
I know we had a lot of connections, so hopefully that was able to happen.
There were a lot of connections,
yeah.
And, especially with, I think one of our last presentations, they were talking about interpretation. I was like, let's get them linked up there, and you know, so yeah. I don't have a recent update for that one.
Well, that's all inspiring work. I know that many of our members dropped off both professional and casual clothing for some of the youth that you know, need a little something to both warm their winter and also to you know, be able to feel confident and presentable when they enter a job interview situation. So thanks for organizing that too.
And it's Halloween, and I know if anyone has any old Halloween costumes or anything, the Tay building is gonna accept Halloween costumes because a lot of our younger kids don't have Halloween costumes. So yeah.
Excellent.
Great.
That sounds like a fun idea too. Are there still need for other regular clothing?
I think their closet right now, I just went there the other day, it's pretty stocked.
Okay.
I'll ask about other resources they might need.
Okay, and just let the club know if you know, whatever the needs are there. I appreciate it. Maggie says she's keeping her cat debunking costume though. I guess that's probably cozy under the robe, right, Maggie? Okay. Okay, on to the next. Let's talk about it. So, you know, your board learned a lot this week, myself included. Given the conversations that have been happening between individuals and the board, I'd like to actually start by asking if District Governor Dustin Littlefield will say a little bit of something about what he observed when he sat in on the meeting where the resolution was rescinded.
Good morning, Ian, and thank you. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, my voice is a little raspy. It's almost 7:30. So anyway, yeah, so I was asked to sit in on the board meeting where the resolution was rescinded. I guess as far as, you know, from an observational standpoint, I thought everyone, you know, conducted themselves very well, and the conversation was civil the whole way through. And there was a lot of open discussion about, and open and honest discussion about the intention of the resolution, and then even more so, you know, why then they decided to rescind it. So at the end of the day, you know, it was voted to be rescinded, and there you have it. So I guess, you know, that's really all I can say is the conversation was good, the discussion was there, and the board ultimately made the decision to rescind it. And you know, I'm not going to say much more than that, other than that, you know, it was a good conversation and it was a good meeting. So and I've said this, you know, a few times, you know, I've said it at the board meeting too, you know, it shows good leadership to be able to facilitate something like that. These are very, very difficult times, and it was a very difficult situation. And I know that it was for everyone there. So good job there. And those were my immediate observations.
Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate your insights, and I appreciate you sitting in that day. your presence definitely helped us, reason with our own thoughts. And, to the club, I want everybody to know who is your board of directors. It's in our club directory. However, not everybody looks at that every day. So we have in our avenues of service, we have Amanda, Tom, Terry, Sarah, and Nick. I am also a voting board member as your current president. Vanessa is a voting board member as your president-elect. And then our immediate past president, Maggie, is a advisor to the board in that role. And, in hindsight, clearly, the way that this was brought to the club was backwards. Things that are potentially controversial really need to come to the club first. And from myself and the board, we apologize to the club membership for the hard feelings that caused. And, anybody who is still deeply concerned about that, even with the rescission of the resolution, please reach out. If you are talking to a member who's considering leaving the club over it, please have them call me or another board member they're comfortable talking with, or our district governor. I know Dustin is open as a club member to take calls from members for perspective and guidance on how to handle that. So unless anybody has, particular insights or comments that they'd like to share with the membership, as opposed to really some of the things should be conversations directed at individuals. We'll take those directly by phone or email, and have been and will continue to do so. But if there's anything for the good of the membership that anybody would like to say, the floor is open for a few minutes here. Okay. We're going to move on then. And again, please, if you're still concerned about what the future brings, please reach out. Your board of directors does operate in what I would call a bit of an echo chamber, in that very few people attend the meetings to view what the board's activities are. And sometimes that means that our thoughts are not tempered with other people's thoughts. So please do show up to our board meetings every third Tuesday of the month. And we'd be happy to see you there and see the business of the club that you've asked us to conduct. Thank you very much.
Ian,
Yes.
I'm raising my hand.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
That's okay. It's on my background. Not related to that, but can I make a couple?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Announcements. I forgot to do announcements after save the dates.
Okay. That's okay. And the winner is, so 2 announcements. One is the Area Agency on Aging moved, as you all know, and I need a couple volunteers to help me take some of our signage down at our old building, and ladders and drill guns or whatever those things are. I'm not looking at doing it this weekend because I think the rain is going to be everywhere. But if there's a couple of people who are willing to help me, we can get that scheduled when we got a break in the weather. So could you just send me a text or in the chat? It shouldn't take that long, but I don't want my staff doing that because none of them are trained professionals in that area. And I don't want them falling off ladders. Not that I want any of you falling off ladders, but you know what I mean. And then the other thing is, Ian mentioned that we have the upcoming district meetings, and we've got the foundation celebration, and we've been asked to present on our district grant project from last year, which was the internships. And I need to create a video, and I need somebody who has an Apple phone who might be good at videotaping me saying something for 2 to 3 minutes. I was asking Ian to help me, but I would rather see if I can get someone else to do that for me, because Ian's got a lot going on and I need to do it before Saturday. So if there's anyone who's interested or willing to do that, is that you, Ken? You're saying you can do that? That'd be great. Thank you, everybody. And Brandy can do it. Oh my God, I don't need lots of paparazzi. I just need one. So I'll follow up with you guys and see whose schedule works the best for getting this done today or tomorrow. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Maggie. And thanks. Go ahead, Michael.
In your announcements, November 11th, Veterans Day, flag ceremony, Plaza, 4:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Making a note so I can get that up on the slide next time. Any other announcements for the club? Okay, thank you. Nick, the floor is yours with our weekly raffle.
All right, today is $40. I know it's not the big $140 that AJ won last time, but at least we will, maybe you'll win $40. If not, maybe you'll win $50 next week. All right, let's see. All right, so our first winner is Janice. We'll see. All right, $5 and $1 on the table. So remember what we're doing is we're just keeping our change into a jar or something or a little bag, and we'll bring it back when we meet in person again and see how much we can raise that way. All right, and our next one. And of course, Dick, he's winning again because Dick always wins. Let's see what he got. $5. So thank you guys for playing. I'll pay you both on Venmo right now, and good luck next week.
Thank you, Nick. I think Dick knows how probability works. He plays. Thank you.